If your heart feels heavy tonight, this psalm is for you. Not because something terrible has happened, but because something inside you refuses to fully relax. You did everything you could today. You showed up. You handled what needed to be handled. Yet when the noise fades, your heart stays alert, and you ask yourself quietly, why can't I feel safe? This is a question many people carry, but rarely say out loud. Not because they lack faith, but because they live in a world that constantly reminds them of danger. News headlines, warnings, stories of things going wrong when no one expected them. Fear today doesn't knock loudly. It settles in slowly. It shows up at night. When your phone is down, when the room is quiet, you lie there thinking about what could happen to you, to the people you love. And even prayer feels different then. Less confident, more fragile. If that sounds familiar, stay with me, because the Bible does not ignore this kind of fear, and God does not dismiss it. The Psalms were written by people who lived with real threats, people who understood uncertainty deeply. They didn't write from comfort, they wrote from survival. And tonight, we are going to read a psalm that speaks directly to protection, not symbolic protection, not abstract ideas, but real covering, because God's protection is written here. Before we continue, take a slow breath. Let your shoulders drop. You don't need to defend yourself right now. You don't need to prepare for anything. Just be present. This moment is not accidental. You didn't arrive here randomly. There are times when God draws people back to truth, not through explanation, but through reassurance. And reassurance is exactly what this psalm offers. Now listen carefully. We are going to read Psalm 91 slowly, not as a ritual, but as a refuge. Let every word land. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. This verse begins with dwelling, not visiting, not passing through. Protection is not rushed. It is lived in. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. A refuge is a place you run to. A fortress is a place that holds. This psalm speaks to both. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. Notice the language. Hidden traps, invisible dangers. God's protection does not depend on your awareness. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. This is closeness, not distance, protection that surrounds. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor the arrow that flies by day. Fear does not choose a time. God's protection does not either. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. This verse does not deny chaos. It declares boundaries. For He shall give His angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. Protection that moves with you, not static, not limited, because He has set His love upon me. Therefore I will deliver him. This promise is personal. If you feel calmer hearing these words, that is not imagination. It is recognition, because God's protection is written here. Now, let's talk about your life, not ancient times, not biblical metaphors. Your world. We live surrounded by information about risk. We are constantly told what could go wrong. Psalm 91 speaks into that exact tension. It does not say nothing bad ever happens. It says fear does not have authority over you. Protection is not luck. It is relationship. When anxiety rises, it often means we're trying to control what we cannot. This psalm gently releases that burden. You do not need to see every danger to be protected from it. You do not need perfect faith to be covered. Protection rests on God's faithfulness, not your performance. This psalm has been read by people in war zones, by people in hospitals, by people afraid for their families. It has endured because it speaks to the human need for safety. That is why people return to it, night after night, because God's protection is written here, not once, but again and again. Let this psalm become familiar, not dramatic, steady. Protection often feels like peace before you understand why. Before we end, let this settle in you. Fear may visit, but it does not live here. Psalm 91 does not expire. It does not weaken with repetition. If this psalm brought you peace, write protected in the comments, not for visibility, for decoration. Many people return and read the comments when fear comes back. If tonight feels calm, remember this moment. If tomorrow feels uncertain, come back, because God does not change, and God's protection is written here. Rest now. You are covered. You are not alone.